how does it feel to be back out here and getting to practice with your team and get to have the full season ahead of you after playing basketball for over a year?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to be with the team. It's completely different from last year. Last year I did a lot of scout team and stuff, so I was going against them. But this year I'm excited to kind of get in the groove of things, be coached, and just be with my teammates.
What's been the biggest difference you've noticed in preparing for FIBA style basketball as opposed to the style of basketball that you're used to during the NCAA schedule?
I would say probably shot clock. I know they took a couple seconds off, but just kind of have a good balance of still playing with those shot clock, but being slow and playing with pace. So that's my big.
What's it been like getting integrated with your new teammates, the new transfers, and getting to know their game while still having your sister around, still having Rashad around, a couple of familiars like Sophie?
Yeah, I think we have good chemistry. Like we've been playing a lot, doing a lot of live games, just so we can kind of know the ins and outs of each other. And I think we've been adjusting pretty well to that.
Yeah, I mean, just the Spain trip, it's probably, I was talking to Ian, he said that the competition is kind of unknown, probably not unlike what AAU was like back in the day. I mean, is that kind of what you think? It's just we're going to go there and whatever comes.
Yeah, I think we're just ready to play anybody, any skill, and that's kind of what it is in the season. We have to play a lot. I know we prep for things, and we're prepping for things right now, learning how to guard different things. This is new for a lot of people. We have a lot of new people. So I think we're mainly focused on ourselves instead of who we're playing right now.
Right, yeah. How do you is the focus on just gelling? Because, I mean, this is going to be the first organized, official games that this group's playing.
Yeah, I think we're definitely trying to just play within ourselves. It's all about us right now. Just finding different groups of people that work good with each other, learning people's positions, things like that. And, this is my first time playing a game in forever, so I think that's probably going to be our main focus.
And just being on the bench that whole year, I mean, that must have been hard for you. What was that? What was that like? Did you learn? What did you learn? I guess through that all.
I learned so much. I was technically a freshman in basketball years, but I come in knowing pretty much all the plays. I know the style that we like to play.
Yeah.
I've seen the atmosphere that we play in, things like that. So I think I definitely have a leg up, and I'm excited to try to put that forth on the court.
What do you think is the biggest growth? Feel like as far as your overall game, getting to have that year to kind of watch, observe, and now getting to play your first official team?
I think playing with pace, just not playing too fast, not playing too slow, and just kind of being able to adjust team by team. And I think scout probably will take that a lot more serious at the college level than high school. So you really have to use your brain here and just kind of put it all into what's on the court.
You're going to Spain, you're going to Portugal, you're traveling, across the ocean. What's the thing you're most excited about outside of the basketball?
Probably spend time with our teammates. I know we have a lot of things planned. We have some free time. And this is a really good group of girls, and I'm excited to spend time with them.
What do you feel like is the biggest difference right now between the way summer practice went last season versus now?
I think right now we're a lot more competitive. Like we go at each other, we like to talk mess to each other, and we just have fun with playing with each other on the court.
Who's been the biggest surprise or been like the person that you've gotten to play with and you're like, oh wow, this person is extremely good, extremely talented, really pushes you?
I'm really excited to play with our bigs. We have two new freshman bigs, and they're both big bodies. So as a point guard, I like playing with them.
What do you see this year? I mean, in terms of the roster turnover, I mean, do you think you guys will, change some aspects of how you guys play?
I think we're a lot faster, so we're probably going to look to push the pace more, but just definitely get up and down, play more instead of having to run sets every single possession. So just being able to gel and get chemistry is what we're going to focus on.
Do you see yourself as a point guard?
Yeah, I would say I'm point guard. That's my first position.
Yeah.
I can play off the ball a little bit, but I would say my main focus is point guard.
Yeah, and then there's just a huge opportunity there. I mean, Abby Ellis stepping away has been probably the face of this team for the last 2 years. I mean, how do you think you'll be able to step into that role? And I mean, are you just excited for that opportunity?
Yeah, Katie has been telling me I'm going to be the point guard for a while now.
Yeah.
So pretty much all last year, I was talking to her about things like, what she likes and kind of the groove that she likes and just how she likes to run things. So I would say that I'm pretty prepared, but it's obviously going to be a lot different getting on the court and having to exercise that muscle on the court during games.
Right.
I mean, winning aside, what do you feel like is the overall goal of this season? Like, what are the things that you guys really want to hone in on and sharpen to, make steps towards the season?
We just want to be competitive in every aspect. Offense, defense, just like have some grit. Just we may not be the most skilled or like fastest, tallest, especially with new teams in the Big Ten. We just want to make sure we're competing in every single game.
I mean, given the levity of depth, USC, UCLA, Washington, Oregon into the picture, what does that do for you as a competitor? Knowing that like this conference is now touching all coasts and touching so many aspects of this historical competition that are now your opponents.
I think it's exciting. I obviously sat out for an entire year, so just watching them play all those games, I feel like I'm ready and more. Like I'm ready to play 2 seasons worth of games right now. But whoever we play, I think we're just gonna try to put our best foot forward and be excited.
Do you feel like you're where you need to be as far as your speed, as far as like your own rhythm? Do you feel like yourself yet as a player, being comfortable and doing the things that you were able to do before your injury?
I think I'm getting there. I don't think I probably will ever be there. I was at a really high point in high school my senior year. But I mean, I'm adjusting, so I know like what I can and can't do. So I've adjusted pretty fine, I think. And I tend to be smart about what I can do.
How do you feel like you've grown, and where do you think you are now compared to coming out of high school?
I just think watching film, I think I've grown a lot more than I think I have.
Yeah.
It's a completely different beast playing. It's a bigger court. You got a shot clock now. So I think I've gotten smarter, not only just like skill-wise. I think that's been improving, but I think I've gotten a lot smarter.
Have you ever had an experience like that of being out for that long and having to watch your team play?
I have been out a few times during other seasons, just smaller injuries, broken ankle, things like that. But I think my support staff that I have here, my trainer staff have definitely poured into me, so I never feel like I have really been out. And they get me in as much stuff that I can get in, so I think I've been prepared.
How were you able to how were you able to kind of ride the highs and lows with the team without being on the court? You're kind of almost more like a coach in that aspect than a player.
Yeah, they definitely told me to keep staying involved. I walked around practice. I had conversations with people just from what I can see. Being on the sideline during games, I took stats and I talked with the coaches and things like that. So they definitely always kept me involved in this process.
What's been the message that KG has echoed in your head time and time again as you went through those highs and lows and now being back out on the court? What's been the consistent message with her, as far as your growth, your development, now getting to be back out here?
I think it's just been like constant small tidbits, just all the time. And I'm standing out there, she'll come next to me and be like, did you see how this happened? Did you see how that? Why we're doing this? When we're doing this? And I definitely had a lot of questions for her, and I think I was just always kind of in fear. Just knowing what my role would probably be the next year. I knew JT would be leaving and Abby would be leaving, and that would probably be throwing me into the point guard spot. So I kind of always knew that I would come in, kind of get thrown to the fire. So I've just kind of been always around her, and she's poured a lot into me.
And then to add in with this group of seniors and group of senior transfers that are working with you, where do you feel like the leadership is coming from right now? Do you feel like a leader yourself? And with this team, where do you feel like the leadership is at with this group?
I think we did get a lot of older transfers, and they're definitely stepping up to kind of a leadership position. But I think it's like a full team thing. Like even the younger ones, like I myself, just the sophomore, technically redshirt freshmen. But we're all not afraid to like get on each other and talk to each other like that.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks.